Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to what may very well be the last episode of No Man's Sky. I know I said last time there would be 2 more episodes, but honestly, guys, I can't be bothered. I mean, this game's just... Honestly, it's not even fun anymore. There's so little actually to this game. Where there really feels like there should be a lot more. And so, I honestly just don't want to play the game anymore. And I'm sorry if you guys are liking the game, but... I mean, I really just don't know what else to do. Because there's so little to the game. I feel like I've done everything. I really do. And honestly, the reason I think I've done everything, I feel like I've done everything, is because I've done pretty much all of it.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
The only thing that I haven't done is experience the storyline, which I've heard might as well not exist. So, in fact, it would probably be better if it didn't exist to some people. There we go. So what are we gonna do? Well, I think we're just gonna move towards the center of the universe. That was a mistake. How far is the point where I can no longer warp drive there? Oh wow, that's a distance. That's a distance I can go way before. Wow. Wow. Let's go back to home, where we are now. Instead of putting ourselves in free exploration mode, let's put ourselves in a path to the Galactic Core and see how far we can get. In one warp jump. Well, we're able to make it quite a ways in one. We'll jump there. And that's in one warp jump. We jumped quite a ways towards the galactic core. I really don't feel like landing, so we're just gonna keep moving. Path towards the galactic core. Go here. Planet looks kind of interesting. I can't tell if those are rivers or what, so we'll land there. Maybe visit that water world. And while we're doing that, we're also going to get some more warp cells. And so for the next hour, we're basically just going to be trying to get to the center of the universe. Not sure how far we'll actually get, but hey. This world's kind of boring. Pull out of that. Let's go to where was Water World? Where was Watery World? No. Go down. Let me find the Watery World. Like, seriously, where did it go? There it is. Yay. If you guys want to talk, I am in chat, so let's talk. Okay, likely a toxic world. This'll work. Yeah, I'm thinking toxic world. Most likely. Sentinels are threatening. Flora is empty. Fauna is abundant. Hi.
Units received.
What is the... Where is the... This? Hello?
Units received.
There we go. There's the entrance to the building. And this is a trade world. You have a bunch of trade goods here. We're just gonna not this does seem like there. Go up there, see. This game should not be as boring as it is. It really shouldn't be. Hello? Abandoned building, anything good? This game had so much promise. There was so much that could have been done with it to make it just amazing. And it wound up being something not nearly amazing enough. I'm hoping to have my review of this game out probably a couple of days after this episode comes out. It may not be until Monday, the 19th of September. That may be when it actually gets out. Yeah. bow. Interesting hat for a work geck. Softly ornate. Friend, tiring, Radu, favor, start replication. Something. Take product. Formula for shielding plate already known, and nothing really important happens. I'm hoping that this game changes with some of the patches that they promised, but honestly, I don't have a lot of hope for it because there's so much work that they would need to do, in my opinion. Before this game was truly good. I mean, this game can't even honestly be called okay. Because it's not a game. Games are fun. This is only fun for the first 10 or so hours. Maybe 20. Not even that. I mean, it's a good experience. But when all you have is a good experience, but without... And even the moments of experience are kind of... Even the moments of good experience, they're just moments. And you have to dig for them. You have to dig hard for them. And do I think that those moments are worth the game's current cost? No. There have been and probably will be games that do it better. Exploration isn't that fun in this game. And this is an exploration game. That's the whole point of this game. And there's almost no point to it. And that's a pity. Because a game about exploration should make exploration feel good. But this game, for all of its touting of massive open world and plenty of player choice, you really don't have much of a choice. Not when it comes down to it. It has no fuel. I gotta get here. There's a space station. So let's go to the space station and see if I can't get me some fuel. But for all of this game's touting of player choice and your actions and getting to the center of the universe, an open world should be about nothing but player choice. In this, you don't have a choice. Well, okay, let me take that back. You do have a little bit of a choice. You get to choose whether you want to stay on the same solar system or go to other systems that feel like the same solar system. That's your player choice right there. And you also have the choice not to hit the game. And if this were a $20 or $30 game, I would recommend it that you get it. If only look it up.
Product received.
Oh, gravity balls. Oh yeah, I remember what I was doing. I stopped caring. For a little bit.
Product constructed. 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 Whoops. Whoops. Oh, back. Deselect. Deselection. Units received. Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
And I'm really just sorry to say it to Hello Games, but because I know you guys work hard, but your game is terrible. I mean, is it a great novelty? Yeah. And I suppose if you're maybe playing with friends at like on like your couch or something, and use it as like a conversation piece, almost, I would say that might be a better use for it than just this. Nerdwriter did an excellent video on how movies often choose between great moments, how some movies focus on great moments over great scenes, and I really like what he did with it. He said what was it they said? He said that some people act like the scene doesn't actually... Some people act like the scene is just a point, just like something that you do in between two moments. But that's not what a scene is supposed to be. A scene is supposed to be where the movie takes place. It's supposed to add place. It's supposed to add character. And this game has some truly good moments. Like, when I was playing by myself, I was on a barren world, and I mean, for a moment, I got a really good moment out of the game because I got what they were trying to show. They were trying to show loneliness, and they did a really good job with that. They did a really good job just getting you in that moment. But when it comes to making a good scene, the scene should be everything in between that. The scene shouldn't be just a bridge for your great moments. The scene should have a heart and a soul to itself. I think of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, and these are two very different games. But in this one, I think with the way that they've chosen this metaphor is sort of appropriate because of the way that they've decided to make their game. There's Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, there is a lot that really makes sense within Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. There's a purpose there that every scene has and hammers home. And that purpose is to fight the Dark Lord. In this case, Malik. No Man's Sky scenes are meant to portray loneliness. But they don't do that. You go through and you're going from one character to another, and the characters are just as blank-faced. The characters are mannequins, for Pete's sake. I mean, there's no personality, no soul to them. There are a couple of funny moments, but it's not... Funny does not mean good. And in this case, it actually means really, really bad. Because there's no point to it. It's empty traversal. The characters are so bland and so recycled. The planets are so bland and so recycled. The mechanics are so bland and recycled. What you see on one planet, you will see on another planet. There's no... With the exception of the very, very rare unique resources, which you can buy on planets that don't have really rare unique resources. And I know this is turning into a rant, and I apologize for that, but... I really am frustrated by this game at the... Indicate the multi. This game, it lacks purpose.
Received. Product constructed. Product constructed.
Moments are good, but when they're all that there is, they're really not. And that's all this game is. It's filled with moments at the cost of everything else. It's a moment that's meant to make you go, wow, at just how big it is. And with the way that they've chosen to do it, it more leaves you going just, which, I mean, this game almost, where this game really would have shined is as a horror game. And here's what I mean by that. Okay, if you ever get the chance to look in, I think it's called Space Engine. It's a universe thing that makes you realize just how small you are in the shape of all of reality, in the face of all of reality. Like, you are tiny in the face of all of reality. And this game would have been perfect for that. You could have filled it with monsters, you could have filled it with decent combat, you could have kept the same survival elements, because most of the survival elements from most horror games, from what I've heard, are pretty terrible. It would have made sense as a horror game. You could have just made the monsters scary, made them big, made them tough, challenge up the combat a little bit, and you would have been golden for that. And instead, they just decided to go survival exploration game, but survival and exploration only takes you so far. You could have really felt small in this universe. Instead, you just kind of feel angry at the... Not small, not unsatisfied, well, definitely unsatisfied, but instead of being filled with determination to go, wow, that's a long way, let's do this, you're instead left going, that's a long way, do we have to? And that's really pathetic. Really pathetic. Let me show you what I mean. Okay. Look at this. Look at how massive the universe is that they've made. Think about how huge, how quickly it all goes by, how the music swells, how vaguely, reminiscently horrifying this game is. How small you are. You're so small. You're so tiny. This galaxy, this universe could swallow you whole. You're that small. It's enormous. It's labyrinthian. It's ancient. It's massive. And here you are with the arrogance of trying to understand it and to reach into the center of it, and you're trying to travel into the center of it, and oh, what a fool you are, because it's so far. There's no way you're gonna make it. The despair should fill you. The monsters out there, the beings that could be haunting your dreams at night, the beings that terrify you. And instead of that, Instead of that, well, let me show you. Instead of that, instead of having worlds that are large, horrifying, filled with monsters that should make you dread your character's very existence, with with safe places that should be rare, instead you have this. A place where there's life, plenty of it. Not trying to eat you. In fact, most of the worlds are absolutely harmless. The international, or the intergalactic police force that the Sentinels are so impotent, for lack of a better word, it's laughable. There's nothing here to scare you, nothing here to horrify you, nothing here to make you acknowledge the terror of existence. There's nothing here to make you feel truly small. Instead, everything's friendly. Except for the aforementioned incompetent police force. In No Man's Sky, they said the art director was given inspiration from stuff like old science fiction novels. And one of the big arguments that he and the lead director had for the game was over distance that planets should be from each other. And the director was arguing that the planets should be pretty far away from each other. And the art director said, no, because have you ever seen an old science fiction novel where the planets aren't close enough that you can see them easily from another world? He won that argument. And in a way, I agree with him. But something that I think should have been made and taken into account with the art style is that those old science fictions, those were strange worlds, filled with character, filled with danger, filled with bizarre, unknowable creatures, things that would either haunt your darkest nightmares, or that would, and also creatures that would save you, creatures that were helpful, that were beautiful, that were amazing.
Hostiles approaching. Warning, Sentinel drones activated.
And instead, there's none of that here. There's no great monsters to fight, no worlds to conquer. Instead, what there is you. And you're not even alone. You're not even given the horror of being alone, possibly the last of your kind. And universe, because while you may very well be the last of your kind, you see the races surrounding you. Races that are probably older than you are. You're not in awe of their strange cultures. You're not in awe of their magnificent power or their horrifying culture. You're not in awe of their science, of their technology, of their abilities. You're not disgusted by their lack of tact or amazed by their extreme politeness. Instead, you see that they're hollow, two-dimensional beings, paper-thin constructs. Those old science fiction books that were used to formulate and create No Man's Sky. The races that were out there, they were strange. They were beautiful. They were haunting. They were magnificent. They were terrifying. But they were quite simply more than what No Man's Sky ever has offered. The mechanics say one story, the themes say another. And the game is at war with itself because of it. Instead of feeling empty and alone, instead you just feel sort of disgusted as you're surrounded by paper thin characters. Characters that clearly don't have the same life you do. The characters that the other alien races might as well be animals for how much they actually matter. And that's something that couldn't exist in a game like that. This game is so beautiful, but at the same time, it's not. I'm gonna leave it here, guys. I don't want to go any further in this verse. Maybe after they've patched it, maybe after they've fixed it, done something with it. Something to fix the problems with the game. I'd be willing to, but as it stands now, I'm not interested. So, I'm gonna do my review before too long, though this episode's giving you a good chunk of my thoughts. Maybe not all of them, but good enough to tell you what's going on. Maybe you disagree with me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just being too pedantic. Maybe I'm being spoiled by modern games and what they have been, and I'm not making a story for myself. But when it comes down to it, a game like this, it shouldn't be hard to make a story for yourself. It should be really easy. So I'm going to leave it here, guys. This is going to be the last episode of No Man's Sky, the finale. I will have the review up in a couple of days, but don't worry about that. In the meantime, guys, stay safe out there, okay? If you like this episode, please go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, share. Do your part to help make this channel great, if you can. Say you didn't like this episode, though. I still want you to do something for me, if you will. I want you to tell me why you dislike it. Is it my voice? Is it something that I can fix? Is it something that I can't? Tell me what you think. Tell me what, tell me what you would do in my place, what changes you would make. So long as it stays constructive, I will do my best to accommodate, find ways to improve the channel. I want to give a big thanks to everybody that's watched this series going forward. It really means a lot to me, guys. You have no idea how much. You guys make this channel worth it, worth doing it, and I appreciate it that you guys have gone with me on this journey through Sky. Next time I go on Twitch, I'm probably going to be working on the review tonight and tomorrow, so I may not be on Twitch tomorrow, but what I may do is I'm probably going to be working on, and what I'm going to be doing instead is I'm going to be working on my review for No Man's Sky Assault and Sanctuary. Next week, for those of you watching on Twitch, next week, Tuesday, I will be doing my first episode of Thomas Was Alone. Possibly 2 episodes, I'm not sure yet. It may simply be 2 30-minute episodes to, it may just be that. Starting next week on Tuesday, it may be an hour-long episode, but I'm thinking probably 30 minutes long. Because Thomas Was Alone is not a complicated game. So I think 30-minute increments is probably the best way to take it. So in the meantime, guys, stay safe out there. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to help this channel get better. Give me constructive criticism, so on and so forth. In the meantime, guys, live long and prosper. May the force be with you. May the odds be ever in your favor. May the drinks be ever in your flavor. May Batman never need to visit your house at midnight. Same thing with Chuck Norris. Have a great day. Stay safe out there, guys. And I will see you all later. Bye.